Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shade 4-5.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Crust that
I'm on a new level. Sway the morning, Shade 4-5, man. You know what I like, Heather B?
Tell me what you like.
I like a real music lover.
Yeah, man.
You know, I like meeting folks that I've met on the screen and playing characters, and meet them in person and find out that, damn it, if I had time and we lived near each other, we'd probably drink tea down the street from each other and chill out and just look at the sky and analyze it.
Yeah.
You know, talk about music, you know, talk about history. That's what I get from Tyler James Williams, ladies and gentlemen,
like that.
who's here with us today.
That's what I'm talking about. Good cup of tea and talk some hip hop.
Yeah,
that's
why
what I'm
not,
talking
man?
about.
Any Hennessy in the tea or just
Hennessy
tea?
in the tea.
I mean, we can.
Okay.
What time of day we talking?
It doesn't matter.
All right, there it is. Right.
Okay.
Great. I'm with it.
We can have Hennessy in the tea.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Hennessy in the tea?
Yeah.
Clears up
Yeah.
the system.
Yeah. No, have you ever done it?
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's my like getting off of set,
Yeah.
coming home after a long day.
Yeah.
Throw a shot of Hennessy in the tea, man.
Damn.
That'll
okay.
do it. Little cream, and that's it. You
Bit
set
of
off
cream.
for the night.
You good right there,
That's
right?
it.
All right, man. Okay, man. How you been, bro?
I've been good, man. It's been a blessing.
It's been. Yeah, I really, really enjoy watching you navigate through this business, and you could have easily been pigeonholed.
Yeah. We had to. It was an uphill battle. Yeah. We had to like really fight. It was like patience, and time, and staying dedicated to the work. You know, and then a lot of saving. A lot of saving, so I didn't have to take a job that would have done that.
I see. We don't hear that part.
No,
Like,
you don't.
No.
no, actors have to save.
You have to save, because if you are ever in a position where you have to take a job, that's when your career's over. Take only the ones that you want. You have to save.
That was let that breathe for a second. That was a lot of game right there. People don't think actors go broke.
Oh my! Actors go broke because people don't understand, I think, how the money works.
Yeah. Okay.
By the time we get our check back, we have maybe about 50%, if we're lucky, of what the whole check was originally. By the time you pay agents and managers and publicists and trainers and the lawyers and then the taxes come out and all that, like we don't really end up keeping that much.
Yeah.
And then especially in. I think it's a different thing in like certain ethnic cultures of, you got to take care of your people, you got to take care of your family. So you have money coming out left and right. You can go broke really fast, like really fast if you're not investing it properly and if you're not saving.
Wow.
And that's the thing. Like, I've never been one to try to ball out because one, I don't like what that does for the culture and what that does to other people because there's no reason to stunt on other people when everybody has their struggle. But those who do, you can only do that but for so long before you need another job. And then if you have to take it, we're not one of those like entities where like with music where you can just go in the studio, make something, put it out, go on tour and bam. We have to wait for somebody to write something for it to then get greenlit, for a good director to come around. It takes time.
You have to audition.
You have to audition. You may not get it. You know what I mean? And it may be something like, it's not even that like they outread you. You just didn't look right for stuff. There's so many things that I haven't gotten. They're like, I just didn't look right. And at the end of the day, when I saw the finished product, I realized, I wasn't fitting that. There's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do. DB was telling me that that how long did they make you wait before
Walking Dead? You said you had to wait. I think it was a couple months or something before you heard anything.
I was ready to be done. I think I was ready to quit the job. I was ready to quit the business. I'd read for something, had like tested and gone like 8 auditions deep and was like, this is gonna be it. And it was huge. And then didn't go. Came back to New York. My agent convinced me to put this one thing on tape. And I put it on tape, and I think it was like 2 or 3 months later, they called me and were like, you're going to Atlanta for that thing that you put on tape months ago. You gotta be ready for that.
Gotta be ready for that. If you were ready to quit the business and do what?
My thing has always been, I love telling stories.
Okay.
And what that time really created, like it was like kind of like this Phoenix time for me, was trying to make other people's dreams happen. So from that, me and a friend, I think you met Kenny Jackson.
Kenny. Yep.
We started the company that is just a development company for all artists, where we will help finance anybody who's willing to do the work. And that's what I was getting ready to do. And I'm still doing it now with my stuff as well. But, we're backing poets and we're backing songwriters and people who wouldn't normally have a platform and, just getting other voices out there. Because like we were talking about earlier, we need that. We need to figure out what our new wave is.
Yeah.
So we just want to be a part of pushing that.
Yeah, because the conversation we were talking about off mic, Tyler James Williams is with us, and we're going to talk about Replay, the new series that he's a part of. But we were talking about, we were listening to Ferg. I'm on a new level, and we was like, damn, how much we really like Ferg. We like this song. You said you work out to it.
Oh, yeah, that's how we start the workout.
That's how, okay, and I'm like, yo, that's when I'm in a slump, and I'm, juggling a lot of mental things. We live on the air. Sometimes, shit could play on you. I throw on the Ferg record, and we were talking about how, but nowadays it's interesting. What I had to learn how to siphon through is the fact that the mentality is different. A lot of music sound alike, a lot of artists sound alike, and you brought up a point that Wayne said.
Yeah, Wayne had this article he was talking about, in his day, everyone was trying to be the best rapper alive.
Yeah.
And that the kids nowadays aren't doing that. And it's just a different time. And we can't apply our generational logic of trying to be, who's the best? Like, I remember there was a time we would argue over verses in a song.
Yeah.
Like, I remember the Forever.
Yeah.
Like those forever, that argument of who killed this the most. Like, people would go back and forth. That's not the time we live in anymore. Yeah. And we have to accept that to a certain extent, but then understand that we're in this holding pattern, it feels like, musically, where we're not sure who's going to take us and lead us in that next direction, and we're just waiting for that person to pop up.
Now, Heather, you had a discussion yesterday. You thought it was
yesterday.
Who did y'all agree you thought it might be?
But my husband said Jay. He said that we should not be fooled by all the titles and the business stuff that he's doing, that Jay is working on the album. And I was like, do you notice for a fact? He was like, he's coming, and the summer will be different.
I hope so.
I
pray
hope
Jay.
so too.
That would be.
It would be incredible because I think he's the leader. I think it's still him. I think people still.
How can he be the leader over Drake though? Like, Drake has changed the way people.
Well, that's how the argument. That's how the argument started. We were talking about Drake and are you tired of listening to this particular style? Can you decipher anymore who's who on a record? The whole designer future conversation came up. Yeah. And that is like people still want that Jay fame, where he is and what he's been able to do. Who would you put? Who's second to that? Like, who's second to that?
I'd put Drake. I think Drake is trying to keep it alive, but no one's doing it with him. Yeah. Like, when you look at the whole Drake Meek thing, I was so happy about that because it took me back to the time when that was it. Like, if you had beef and we had problems, it would be track for track.
Yeah.
There was no reply, and that's when I was like, and this is the time that we live in, where it's like people would rather go online, like, yo, step up with your bars.
Yeah.
Like, that's how we handle this.
Yeah.
And he took it to another level where it's like, I don't think we've ever seen a diss track do that well on radio.
Yeah.
Like, that was a hit.
But Takeover was like that too.
Right.
That's what. And then Ether. It was heavy.
But that Takeover and Ether was for that time. With back to back, and
what was Meek's song? What was the name of it?
It came out so late. Like, I heard maybe half the verse and turned it off.
Oh,
it was like, this is.
Come on.
I'm sorry, man.
No, we love Meek. I get it though.
No. Listen, I love Meek and I loved his come up and I love that story and all that. But for me, if you're gonna be real about it, as a rapper, and especially somebody who was like in the battle rap community, you come back with a track.
Yeah,
I don't care where you are. I don't care what you're doing. You come back with even if it's just a verse.
Yeah, something.
You come back. You clap back immediately.
Yeah. It took too long.
It took too long. That was it. It just took too long.
All right, Tyler James Williams is here. 888-742-3345. We're gonna continue this conversation. He got a new series.
I know.
But listen, I'll talk about this all day.
Okay, all right. Give us a call. We about to do this right now. Popular demand. Sway in the morning. Shade 4-5.
Tickets have sold.
So how'd it go? I saw you talking to from the selfie.
They said I was special, and I'm pretty sure the good kind. It's hard to tell because of their accents. You lose the nuances.
Well, I'm really happy for us. I never thought I'd be dating a DJ. Oh, well, I may be getting a little ahead of myself, I thought, because of last night.
What?
Do you prefer producer/DJ?
Look, I know you have a crush, but we're just friends.
Right, we're friends.
Yeah.
Who now occasionally kiss each other.
Nate, I would never kiss you because that would ruin our friendship.
Okay, right, but we kissed last night.
What? Nate, come on. I would remember because that would be a nightmare.
You've been flirting with me all day.
What? No, I haven't. I would never flirt with you. But that was just a friendly touch.
See, that was the right clip right there because it keeps you hanging on the edge of what's happening right here. Okay, this is from a new series. It's called Replay. Mm-hmm. It launches on 4/20. Was that done purposely?
I don't think it was. I'm gonna take it as it was.
Okay, yeah. I think what it is for those who celebrate 4/20. This it's New Form Digital. Mm-hmm. That's the name of the platform.
Well, Go90 is the platform. New Form Digital produced.
Okay, New Form Digital. So Go90. So how do you find it?
So Go90 is an app that you can download on your phone. Okay. What was done is like this study that was done that found that most people are watching shows on their phones now.
Yeah.
So we're like, why don't we just platform it directly there rather than having to go through YouTube or go through some of the other ones? Just go right to the app on your phone. So Go90, you download. There's a whole bunch of series that they're rolling out, but this one comes out on Wednesday.
So do they pay you by views?
No, it's still standard TV pay by episode. Okay. We got to catch up to like what we were talking about earlier. The times are changing so fast.
Yeah.
We're trying to still catch up and figure out, how this works.
Yeah.
It's going to take some time, but I think you're going to see a lot more shows like this.
Okay, so you got to download the app then.
You have to download the app, and then you can just, watch the shows as much as you want to.
Damn, on your phone, Go90.
Go90,
download the app.
Just download
the
app,
yo.
Go download it.
Go download
right?
Go90. That's it.
This is almost like what were we saying in the office? It's like a modern day.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, Groundhog's Day, pretty much. My character Nate he's the best friends with Lindsay Fonseca's character, and he's secretly in love with her.
Yeah.
And has been like super supportive. He's one of those guys who thinks that he can nice his way in. You know what I mean?
That doesn't work.
No.
He friend-zoned himself.
If anybody doesn't know, that does not work.
No.
You can't nice your way into a relationship.
Nah. Nice don't get the pussy.
No, it just does. If anything, it's farther away.
Yeah, it does.
It does get you farther away from
the pussy.
Funny gets it. Funny will get you.
Funny.
Funny will get you.
That's my whole angle. That's my thing. That's you're reading my playbook.
Funny get you draws.
That's pretty much it.
I'm still from the '90s, so I still do the bohemian, thing.
Like the guy with this new generation's kind of on that wave a little bit, and I'm in between. I'm in between. Like we were same thing with music. We were just talking about. Yeah. I don't know what's happening anymore. I feel old but young at the same time.
You're young, bro.
Wait
Trust
a minute.
us,
What's the bohemian? What is that?
You know the dude who comes with the, you're my light, you're my
all
sunshine.
About the energy of this the energy of this room is telling you to get naked. That's what's happening. It's not me. It's the energy in the room.
The universe wants you to take your panties off.
Exactly.
And who are we to defy the universe?
Exactly.
What
when you put it that way,
is it weed involved in
that? There's a lot of weed involved.
That's bohemian. Okay, I got you.
There's a lot of weed involved. Yeah.
Purple.
It's the best way to do it.
All right. So this show.
Back to the show.
Purple.
And so Nate, your character, is trying to nice.
So he's trying to nice his way into a relationship with her, and as these days start to repeat, he gets pulled through and starts to realize that these days are repeating. So now he knows there's no consequences to his actions. So he's putting up all types of shots. He's Steph Curry pulling up from half court. No, and I can just do this again tomorrow and figure it out. So he just gets more and more aggressive, and it takes more and more of a turn to a point where it's almost like dark and stalkery.
This is interesting because in Groundhog Day, the only person that was aware of what was happening was Bill Murray.
Yeah.
And I read that originally in the script, he was supposed to be trapped in that same day for 10,000 years.
Oh, God.
And they never really told you what happened. But you said now that everybody starts to become aware that the day's repeating.
So certain people start to become aware that it's happening again and again. They're noticing the patterns, and it's all on this girl's birthday. Mm-hmm. So, you start seeing...
Yeah, because she makes a wish at the end of the episode. I wish I could do this day over. Yeah.
And then, sure enough, here we go. And she only gets a certain number of replays to learn the lesson she's supposed to learn.
Oh, that's or what
the universe collapses or some shit.
Or that's what you got to watch for if she doesn't figure it out.
Or I make a guest appearance and do the bohemian thing and get the pussy.
And that's it.
That's the lesson. He's supposed to get the draws.
That's really it.
Is the show called Get the Pussy? Damn, Sway, Get the Pussy. Tyler James Williams is starring in Get the Pussy.
That would be a hit, by the way.
It would be. Oh, my God.
Are you kidding me?
Yo. We need to write that treatment immediately.
Get up on that. Replay is the name of the show. But see, I watched the first episode.
Okay.
All right. And so I was like, so where does this go from here?
Right.
You know, but the way you just explained it, I'm looking forward to
it takes a turn. It's the first comedy I've done in a long time. So I was looking for something that was interesting and something I could really play with, and that allowed me to kind of just like take a hard turn in the left field, and that's what this does. And it was really great. The guys at New Form were great, and they really just kind of let me run with it for a bit.
All right, that's what's up, man. Tyler James Williams has joined us. We got Blackman on the line from Sacramento. What up, Blackman?
What's poppin'?
Blackman.
Blackman, what's going on, Sway? Hi, Heather.
Hey,
what's up?
And I love you guys this morning. I love you guys this morning show. How you doing, Tyler? Man, you know, I was listening to what you were saying about hip hop, man, and I was wondering, what do you think the hip hop is gonna be in like 5 years, 10 years from now? Because everything that I've been hearing, it sounds like the same. It's like a repeat, and it's like the only guy that I know right now that's really like handling the shit is Kendrick Lamar. You know, and it's like I love listening to him.
Yeah.
And when you say battles, you know, I can go all the way back to UTFO and Roxanne when they were battling, and all the way until Nas and Jay-Z and you had Ice Cube and Eazy. But that Drake and Meek Mills, man, that was like the weakest battle that
easily.
It was like for real, who are you talking about?
No, I mean, look, Drake did his thing.
Yeah,
he
Drake
did his
did
thing.
his
He made a battle record that went #1 on iTunes. Like, we've never seen anything like that before. That's amazing. But as far as where I think hip hop's going, I think hip hop in its most authentic form is gonna go underground again. And that everything else is just gonna become pop. That's what we've been watching now anyway. Stuff has just been pop. And, you know, even like I was talking to, like, we were just having a conversation about the young kids. Like my little brother talking about, he's like 14, talking about Kendrick's album. And the way they listen to music is different. These kids are listening to songs as a whole, which is great. Yeah. You know, it's like really kind of comprehensive. But they're not listening to lyrical content. And they don't have those things. Like when I grew up, there are those bars. Those like 4-line bars where somebody just ripped it in half, and you were listening to the song for those 4 bars. They don't have that anymore. I think underground, it's just gonna go underground. Like Kendrick does it, and Drake is still doing it. But I've even listened to people who listen to Drake records, and they're not hearing that. Like I paused the record one time for my brother, and Drake had said a line, I don't know if it was in Jumpman, he was like, yo, I'm gonna go cop me some breaks like Shaq at the free throw. I was like, did you just hear that? Did you just hear that? And he was like, yeah, no, the beat, it was crazy. It was like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. Did you just hear what he said? God, like that's not easy to do.
They don't. It's a lot of like greatness being ignored.
Exactly. They're not listening to that
They
anymore.
don't
They don't listen to that anymore. So I think that, you know, for true hip hop heads is gonna go underground. But there are those who are still keeping it alive. Definitely, you just have to want it and go find it.
You got to want it, and that's probably why. And we always put Drake up front because I think he's been emulated the most. He's had the most influence, you know, in terms of how people even structure their songs and what they even choose to rap about, and how they choose to do it, and then experimenting. Even though he wasn't the first to sing and rap, you know, in this era, he's made that. And then on the flip side, you got Kendrick, who's more about lyrics.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's probably why. To the point you were making about your brother, they're not listening to every simile, every metaphor. The double entendres.
They're not
listening to all that nourishment necessarily that an artist like Kendrick is giving them.
Good point.
They're listening to the songs, but
they're
not picking it apart anymore.
They're hearing them. They just hearing the songs.
Those were our preachers. Like for when I was coming up, like I remember when I was first coming up, like Lupe had just hit the scene, and for me, it was like going to church every Sunday. Like listening to him just get off and like really trying to break down what he was talking about. And even Ye at the time, just like, yo, like what's, like at that time I was just coming into some money. So when he's talking about, you know, nah, wait till I get my money. I'm sitting there like, yo, he's preaching to me right now. But they're not hearing that anymore. They're just hearing, yo, this record's hot. I can dance to this. I can bang this at the next party. You know what I mean? That's just what the wave they're on right now. Maybe as they get older, it'll change.
Well, it all changes. When they get older, they're going to be talking about the kids coming up underneath them. So,
you know,
but you're interesting because you're not old. You're not older. You know, like, you talking about wait till they get older.
But being around a 14-year-old will make
make you feel.
Oh,
but it's. I was always like a lyricist head.
Yeah.
Like that was always my thing of writing poetry and like just really picking apart. Like people don't understand how difficult it is to put together a comprehensive 16 bars.
Yeah.
16 bars that make sense, that flow into one another, the rhyming schemes and patterns, and making sure that it rides the beat properly and coming up with different cadences and whatnot. Like people don't understand how hard that is to do. Especially now in this age where it sounds like people are just putting out their mumble tracks.
Yeah.
Mumble tracks.
They're putting out their mumble track. Like, it's just that's what you do when you go, okay, I'm trying to find the cadence and I'm just kind of getting this off and then I'll write to it later. They're putting out the mumble tracks.
They're putting out the reference.
Exactly. That's what it sounds like.
And saying it's dope.
I mean, listen, it has its place if you're not trying to listen, but I'm trying to sit back, vibe, have some tea with a shot of Hennessy in it and listen to what somebody's saying, man.
Get the Tyler.
Okay,
that's it.
All right, Tyler James Williams here. John, real quick, what's your question?
Hey, John, what's popping?
Hey, what's going on, Sway in the Morning family? Hey, Tyler James Williams, bro. I wanted the vibe of what you were saying, bro. I feel like, the direction and the trajectory of hip hop, man. I think in 5 years, Questlove put out an editorial, man, and he said, when something becomes everywhere, it becomes nothing at the same time, and I think back to the old days of hip hop, man, when, Run DMC, I mean, that was before my time, but still, it was hard to reach that audience. Hip hop wasn't everywhere like it used to be, like it is now.
Yeah.
I think, once it becomes that, it's hard, just like pop, like rock and roll. It's everywhere. It's not, old Drake was like the shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, he's still the shit, don't get me wrong, but, it's hard to. I think Drake is standing in the old Drake's shadow.
Yeah.
Think about it. You know what
Interesting.
I mean?
Interesting.
New Drake standing in the old Drake.
It is a new form, but he makes a good point, which is we're not underground anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not rebel music anymore. We're popular music. Everybody's listening to it now. And it's like, it's dope because like it at one point in time, like what was it? The other day I just saw that video of Lin-Manuel freestyling at the White House.
Lin-Manuel, we gotta explain who that is. From the the writer.
Yeah, Hamilton, who also has had, bars for years.
Yeah.
But for me, I was sitting there watching it, like getting emotional. And my brother was like, yo, what's the big deal? I was like, you don't understand. There was a time when listening to hip hop made you seem remedial.
Yeah.
People didn't understand the art form. And the fact that it's now gotten to a place where somebody is going off the head at the White House and the president is appreciating it is huge. But it also speaks to the fact that it's now that mainstream where it doesn't seem like that big of a deal.
It doesn't seem like that big of a deal.
So it's like great and sad at the same time.
And that's a lot because great and sad at the
Oh, God. It's over now. Oh, we made it.
And see, we don't value our history, so we don't know it well enough to understand why that would be significant. Tyler James Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Shit. Man, we could do this for the rest of the day, man.
You should come back and co-host the show.
I'll come back and sit and just talk with y'all. Man. Absolutely, any day.
Oh, that's great, man.
Any day.
Do that, man.
I'm with it.
Replay, that's the name of the new series.
This Wednesday.
This on 420, so you know what to do. Get
Y'all
set
know
up,
what it is.
Get situated. It's one of those, too. You will enjoy it. And you got to download the app for your phone.
Go 90.
All right, if you want to reach Tyler directly, reach for him on social media.
Yep, at Tyler James Will on Twitter and Snapchat, and Will Tyler James on Instagram.
Now, I normally ask him to spit bars, but I feel like he spit bars today, man. A
lot
of bars today, man.
I'll come back. I'll come back and get some off.
And do it, man. Don't even worry about it, man. I wanted to talk about the new show, and it's good to see you, too. It's been a second since we saw you. Congratulations on all your success. I see you in the gym, so I guess I got to get a trainer. Motherfucker, Tyler.
You take my Jimmy over there.
That's your the trainer? Yo, good job, dude. You're sculpting this guy really well right now.
Yeah, he's got my whole family right now.
Yeah, he's
got everybody. We're on this like fitness ride. We're trying to get the best that we've possibly ever been in 2016.
Damn, that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to get sexy this summer. I'll holler. All right, good. All right, what's up? You on the west or east?
Both. He's going back and forth.
Getting bi-coastal.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll talk. All right, Malik Yoba is up next, man. You want to talk with Malik? 888-742-33. Hey, can you play the from the Sway's universe? Can you play? We can do that? Yeah. Okay, cool. He came up here. He went viral after he did this right here, man. Tyler James Williams. He don't just talk about it. He spits it, too.
It's Sway in the Morning, only on Shade 45.